So I said we are going to round up this class very soon. That is based on the calendar we have. We ought to have gone beyond the stage we are in now. My plan was that by the end of December, we should have covered the front end, the back end, and database. It's I can't believe that it's almost 12 months. We started last year, if my judgment is right. We started last year. I'm in this class. So and we did a repetition, I think in January or February. We had few breaks, then many classes missed because one person will be in class, so I have no choice but to postpone. But it got to a point that I can't even continue postponing because even if I have one person in the class, I'm going to do the class. So the reason is very simple because we are far, far, far behind schedule. So now I'm still thinking of the project I'm going to give you because the project will just be on the front end, just front end, since we did not do any any back end. We did not do any back end, so it will just be on front end. So I want you to try to design this page, Facebook. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want you to try go to facebook.com. The address is here. So you try to create this page. Remember Flexbox, Grid, that will help you in design this page with your CSS, HTML. Now, the JavaScript side of it, I want you to have a prefigured a prefigured username and password. Remember when we treated this assignment, student registration form. So I want you to do something similar to that. So the username and password will be stored inside an object. So the next time you log, you can easily check the username and password against what is stored in the object. I'm giving you an hint how to go about it. So once the first thing is any first user, you create a new account. So the moment you create a new account, input your username and password, you create it, and you click submit. The username and password should be saved into the object. And the moment you click submit, it should take you back to this page. It should take you back to this page for you to re-log in. Because if you cannot log in, you should not be able to go in into the main page. Okay, let me. There's no need for you to do this anyway. This one is a little bit advanced. It says we sent notification to your phone on Windows PC. Check your Facebook notification. Really? Really, I can't find this here. Okay, I think let me check here. Oh, okay. I need to connect. Just give me some minutes, please. Notification. Ah, and where is this? Can't find it here. Yes. Yeah. So the moment you click login, I want you to just design a pseudo. Just no, don't let me use the word pseudo. Try to mimic this page, right? Try to mimic this page. If you it is not compulsory that your page will look exactly like mine. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to tell each of you that I don't know. Okay, let me ask this question. Do you have a Facebook account? That's the first question I should have asked. Okay, you don't have a Facebook account. Okay, let
Not
me.
all.
Okay, don't worry. No need to have a Facebook account. I'm going to screenshot this. I'm going to screenshot this as a sample. So let me go back, sign out. Okay, so it's facebook.com. It's not taking me into that. It's not taking me to that account again. Okay, let me see whether I can use another. Dot facebook.com. Aha. So I'm going to screenshot this. So once, as a new person, you need to create a new account. So this is a button, this is a button. Even this too might not be a button, but is whatever element it is is a clickable element. But the main focus is create a new account. So once you create a new account, you should have this. You have this page. So and remember that you you have to program your write your JavaScript such that if this date of birth is less than 18, there should be, and the person clicks sign up, there should be maybe a a dialog box like the alert that you are not 18 plus, right? There should be an alert box. Sorry, you cannot create an account because you are not 18 plus. However, once it is tested and the new user is 18 plus, then the accounts can be created. And once this is clicked and everything is okay, it should take you back to this login page. It should take you back to this login page. So once it takes you back to the login page, then the new user can now use its newly created username and password to log in. And once the person logs in, then let me go back to my own page here. Then you should have facebook.com. So once I log I log in or user logs in, then you should have a page of this format. So if you need to revise, just try to mimic this page. So you can just use a static use a static use static images. Static means the image will not be changing. No, unlike the Facebook, the image keeps changing. But don't worry about that. Your level is not up to that. So just make a static image, right? Put image where you see image. Then um, let this be on the left hand side and let this also be on the right hand side. It is not compulsory for you to do to achieve this contact, right? Because of this um, circled image, right? But if you can achieve it, that's fine, no problem. So just try to get a static image like so and do your work. So just these images, make them static. You can put your own image here, then put some right up here. That is all. That is all I want to see. Is there any question on the project? Okay.
Mm.
So I'm going to send this. I think I've screenshot it. So I repeat, this is your landing page. It's your landing page. The moment I run my program, should take the program should take me to this page. And because you are running it for the first time, there won't be any user in the object you, you will create. So the first thing is to create new account. So as you click create new account, it should take you to this page. So the user input first name and surname, date of birth, gender, blah blah blah, and so on. And the moment you click sign up, if the birth date of birth is such that the age of the user is less than 18, there should be an alert box saying you are not 18 plus. Hence, you cannot create a Facebook account. However, if the date of birth is such that the person is 18 and above, then such a user can sign up. And the moment you click sign up and the date of birth is okay, then it should take you back to this page. So you now input the username and password. Remember, if the username and password is not correct, you should not proceed from here from this page. You will say either your email or your password is incorrect. So until the user inputs the correct email address and password. So all things being equal, once everything is okay and you click and the user clicks login, it should now take you to this page. I hope the project is clear enough.
Yes, sir.
I want answer. Joshua, is the project clear enough?
No, yeah,
I can't hear you. Can you speak clearly and louder?
yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Feromi, is the project clear enough? Feromi is not in this class. So Ademola, is the project clear enough?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now I will jump straight to this date object so that we have a way of working with date object. So I'm taking date object to today. How many minutes do I have? This 8:36. Okay. The date object. I think I can close this off. I don't know why this thing keeps blocking my view. A date object. We have been working with dates, calendars. We know that we have the day, the month, and the year, depending on the setting in your country. The format differ from country to country. I think in the US the format is year, month, and day. In Nigeria it is day, month, and the year. I'm not sure. I think in UK too. I think the same. Nigeria is using the same format with UK. If I'm wrong, you can let me know. Day, month, and year. But whichever one it is, the bottom line is that you have at least three major components in your date, which is the month, the day, and the year. Now, so some add time also. So in such a case, it is no longer just the date, but date time. And the time is usually in hour, minutes, and seconds. Hour, minutes, seconds. So, how do we create a date? We create a date using the new keyword and the date um, class. So this returns an object, a date object. Now, what is inside that date object called now is the current date. If I go to the browser here and I say console.log new date, you can see it's giving me year, month, and day, and the time is 17:40, which is this is UK time. So if I do exactly the same thing on my browser, it should give me Nigerian time. Okay, I even have something here. Okay, let me see. Let me take this out. If I run it, you can see here. Let me clear all this rubbish. So I have Tuesday, November 26, 2024. Now this is Nigerian time, West Africa Standard Time. So why is the difference? The difference. There's difference because probably this IDE that I'm using here is sitting on a server in the US, maybe, or it might even be sitting in the UK, and the date setting is US, and the time setting is UK. It's possible, but it won't make sense to set a date to US format and the time to UK format. But what I'm seeing here is most likely GMT, which is the UK time zone. I can decide to create this new date and save it inside a variable, right? Then print, take this my date, because that's the date object. It will still give me this exactly the same, although the time will be different. So that is how to create a date. Now you can create a date object by providing a string, right? This we have different formats. We have the ISO format. We have the is it UTC format, and so on and so forth. You can create a new date by imputing the string. If you go further, you will see that most of the time you use the year, month, day, and please, it has to be in this format. The year, month, day. If you want the date time, it must be hours, minutes, seconds. Let's demonstrate what I just said. If I want the year 2020 and the month of February, no, this is February is 01. That is 1. And the 1st of February, if I run the code, you will see I have 1st of February. And note, the month is zero index, meaning that it starts from 0. This is your January. So 11, this is your December. So that means 1 will be February, as you can see here. 1 is February. Similarly, the days of the week, which is Sunday to Saturday, start with 0, then to 6. 0 being Sunday, Saturday being 6, which simply means that 1 is a Monday, and so on and so forth. Is there any question so far? No answer means no question. Please, if you have question, do not hesitate to pause me, please. Now, let's assume I want to specify the hour. So maybe 17, 30 minutes and 20 seconds. So you can see this is the hour, 5 p.m., 5:30 and 20 seconds. So that is how you create your date. But I want you to note that you can reduce this number of arguments to minimum of 2. And this will return you February of what? 2020, the year 2020. However, if you pass just one argument, this will take it as what? Milliseconds, the number of milliseconds. Milliseconds. The number of milliseconds from 1970. I think January 1st. January 1, 1970. The number of seconds elapsed. So if I run this 2020 milliseconds, it will give me, I think, 1970 January something something. Let's see. Most likely it will give me the January one anyway. If I run, you can see 1970 January and the day 01. So 2 seconds you can see because it's about two. No, this is in milliseconds. So 2020 milliseconds is about 2.02 seconds. So that is how you can create your time. This is what I just demonstrated, that if you put in a single um, argument, is going to read it as milliseconds since January 1st, 1970. Is there any question?
No, sir.
All right. So I move on. Now, there is a short date and time format. There's no time for me to explain this. Let me just fast forward. Maybe in the next class, okay, let, don't let me rush. We can we can continue this in the next class. So, like I said, we have the different date formats. The ISO, you can have a short date and time format, and you can even customize your dates, right? So, most of the time, the short date we tell you, instead of writing January in full, is going to write Jan for January, Feb for February, and so on and so forth. It can write Mon for Monday, Sun Sun for Sunday. So that is short. Then you can have your time format as well, together with your date. But to get both the date and time, you can use the to local, not date now, because to local date will return you just the date, right? This date, only the date. And to local time will return you the time. But if you say to local, maybe for example, let's go to this and say to local. Let's see. You can see this returns you the date and the time together. But if I just say to local date, it should return me just the date. At the same time, if I say time to local time string, it should return me just the time. So it all depends on your goal, what you desired. Is there any question? Is there any question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Why
So,
does it start from 1970?
I have explained that it shows you're not listening. Ademola, can you answer that question? Ademola,
So I wanted to ask the same question too.
yeah,
But
okay.
maybe it's because I'm just joining the
Yes,
class now.
it's because you just joined the class. So, Demola, Ademola,
Um,
can you explain to her why we are having 1970 here?
I'm not sure either.
You are not sure either.
No.
Joshua, but I kept.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain why we have 1970 here? Why do we have 19, January 1st, 1970?
January 1st, 1970. Yes.
Can you explain why you have 1970? Why not
Uh,
today's date?
no, I can't speak.
Wow. This simply means none of you were listening. None of you. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And this is what I just spoke about, the delay. I'm going back to the beginning again, and I have a few minutes. Anyway, we have less than 7 minutes. I'm going to repeat from the beginning, although this is just a test. The date object is a built-in utility that enables the developer to work with date and time in software development. It provides a wide range of methods to create, manipulate, and format dates and time, making it a powerful tool for real-time related programming tasks. This guide covers everything you need to know about the date object, including its creation, format, and methods. So what is the date object? The date object represents a single moment in time. Internally, it stores this moment as a number of milliseconds that have elapsed since January 1, 1970, 00 hour, 00 minute, 00 second. This representation makes it easy to perform arithmetic and comparison operations on dates. You can create dates using the new keyword with, with the date class. If I create new date without any arguments, I will have today's date. You can see 26 November 2024. And the time is GMT, which is the UK time. I can do this exactly the same code on my browser. My browser is localized to my time zone. So if I run exactly the same thing, let me clear this. Run again. You can see I have 26 November 2024, 8:55 p.m. This is Nigerian time because I am located in Nigeria. But this IDE that is being used probably is located, the server is located in the UK, I don't know, wherever, or it can be in Ghana because Ghana, I think, is on GMT1 also. So that is without any argument inside, it will return you today's date and time. But if you want to create a specific date, you can use input the arguments starting with year, month, day. If you want to include time, you include hour, minute, and second. So if I want to create the year 2020, I will do 2020, December 11, first day 1, at what time? Maybe 13 o'clock, 1:30, that's 1:30 and 20 seconds. If I run this code, I will have exactly what I created. 2020 December 1st, 1:30 p.m. So this is,
So
yes,
in the new date, it doesn't say December, it only shows 11.
you said?
And the
Yes, it shows 100% you were not listening before now. So I'm coming there. I've explained this before, but you guys were not listening. So I'm about to talk about it now. So now you will notice that here I have 11, which represents December, because this is December here, right? It shows that the month is zero. It starts from 0, which is January, to 11 December. The day, it starts from 1 to whatever, whether 28 or 29 or 30 or 31. However, day, Sunday to Saturday. Sunday starts from 0 to 6. So the day, if you have 0, it means Sunday, 1 Monday, and so on to Saturday. Similarly here, 1 is February to December, which is 11. If I input, say, 02 here, or just 2, it's going to give me March, as you can see, because 2 is March. Any question now? Is there any question now?
no, sir.
Okay. So now I can decide to reduce the number of arguments. Let's say I take out this first one. I'm only saying I don't want the seconds. If I run, I will have the day, hour, the date, the hour, and the minute. If I decide to remove the minute, I will only have the hour, as you can see here. If I decide to remove that, I will have just the date, right? And this one will be, of course, defaulted to 12 a.m. If I remove this other one, I will have the year and the month, right? And the day will default to first. If I remove 2, which is the month, and I have a single argument, I am repeating, I have a single argument, the date will not take it as year, rather it will take it as milliseconds, from 1970 January 1, I think 12:00 a.m. So that means that it's going to convert this into into second, and if we want to convert 2020 milliseconds to seconds, that will give me 2.02 seconds, which is about just approximately 2 seconds. 2 seconds. If I run this code, I will have January 1st, 1970, 12 a.m., 0 minutes, and 2 seconds because of the millisecond. If I decide to increase this value, maybe 13009 something. If I run it, it will still give me January 1st, 1970, this time 3:38:18 a.m. If you convert this milliseconds to its equivalent, you will see that the time it will tally with this time. So, but in summary, if you input a single value right here, it will take it as the number of milliseconds from 1970, and that is why you are seeing 1970 here. If I increase this value to a very great value, let's say just input one arbitrary seconds, you will see it will not be okay. It's invalid dates because I've gone beyond beyond a certain date. So let me reduce it. So now this is year 55 something. Let me just reduce. Now 2023. Now these milliseconds from 1970 January 1st, it has counted these milliseconds till December 12, 2023, 11:42:56 p.m. That is the meaning. Now, if I want to get the current date, how many milliseconds are we from 1970, January 1st? All I need to do is first get the current date, which is this my date. Then I can use a method. I think get time also. Let me see. I think I think it's get time. So you can see this is the number of milliseconds from 1970 January 1st. This date, today's date, which is what's today's date? November what? 26 9:05 p.m. This is the number of milliseconds the time has elapsed since 1970 January 1st. Is there any question?
No, sir.
From any other quarters, is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. This is the result. Now we are stopping here now. We could have gone further down somewhere here. This is the result of number one, not listening. Number two, coming to class late. I was already somewhere here before I went back to this place, to the beginning again. So we'll continue on Saturday from here. So before I close, is there any question?
Sir, when's the project due?
The timeline for the project
Yeah,
is December.
December. Okay.
Yes, December.
So
December.
that's next week, Tuesday.
No. I mean the end of December.
Oh,
Before we go on break.
okay.
Yes, I think we go on break usually for Christmas. So
Oh, okay.
before then, so that means that it should be ready. Where's the date again? It should be ready on or before Tuesday, 24th.
Okay.
Yes, that is the timeline. And for the sake of those who just joined, let me, although you can replay this recording, the project is recorded therein. But however, let me just quickly go through it one more time. You are to design, try to mimic Facebook. So when you go to your Facebook, the very first time you will see this page, the landing page. You will need to input the username and the password. Then you log in. But as the first time user of the program, you need to create a new account. You create a new account. So that's once you click on this button, create new account, it should take you to this page. Input the first name, the surname, the date of birth, and so on and so forth. And the moment you click sign up, if the age of the user is less than 18, let there be an alert box saying you are less than 18, you cannot create a Facebook account. However, if the date of birth is such that the age is 18 and above, then once you click sign up, it should take you back to this page for you to now input the newly created username, which is the email, and the password. And the moment you click login, then it should take you to this landing page. And you are to design this page. You can put your name there, but let it mimic this page as you are seeing. So I want you to use static images. You know, Facebook, the image changes. But in this case, there's no need for you to change the image because you are not yet at that level. So you are just trying to create a front end, a static page. That is all. That is the goal. So you can insert these images 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any image of your choice. Insert. Let all this be there, and you may ignore these contacts, but if you can create it, that's fine. Create it. You can no need for you to copy my own contacts. Just use any name of your choice. So that is all about the project. Is there any question about the project one more time before I call it a day? Is there any
No, sir.
question? All right, no question. All right, so we meet on Saturday by God's grace.